Our search for love and intimacy is often caught in a seductive illusion, the illusion that our happiness depends on the approval, love, or attention of another. We yearn for that text message, that longing look that is wanted, needed, and missed. What about you? This relentless search for external approval is a trap, a mirage that leaves us parched and unfulfilled. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy of endurance and inner peace, offers us a radical alternative. It teaches us that true happiness, the peace that calms the storms of life and lasts through the ages, can only be found within ourselves. It is not a prize to be won from someone else, but a source that we nourish and develop from the depths of our own soul. Stoicism today, we are embarking on a journey into the heart of wisdom. Not to manipulate or plan our way into someone's heart, but to transform our own hearts. We will learn how to make you miss us so much, because this is a game of shadows and illusions. Instead, not with tricks, but by embracing our authentic selves, developing our inner strength and silent, drawing others to us like moths. It's really not about playing hard to get or pretending to be indifferent. It's about being the most vibrant, fulfilled version of yourself. It's about letting go of the desperate need for external validation and replacing it with a deep and unwavering love for your own being. So, let's get into it. Let's go on a journey together. Please click the like button on my channel and may it be all right with you. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. If you are ready, let's start now. 1. The peace of surrender, the reins of a wild horse. Imagine doing it desperately. Your muscles are tense. Every time you tighten your own knot, you become even tighter. This illusion of control makes us the masters of our own fate, our own ships. The Stoics, who said that we should be the scriptwriters of our own happiness, understood that things developed beyond kumis, like the ancient Greeks and Romans, and taught us a radical truth. Our suffering comes not from events themselves, but from our futile attempts to control them. This is not a call for indifference or inaction. On the contrary, Stoicism is a philosophy of action, but it is true. It is a philosophy of action that invites us to turn our attention inward and focus on what we are. Our own mind and our heart is where our power lies, our ability to choose our thoughts, our attitudes, and our responses to the world around us. Imagine that wild horse has loosened his grip on the reins instead of holding on, and you've let his tamed spirit carry you. You feel the wind in your hair, the sun on your face. You're no longer fighting against life, you're flowing with it. This is the serenity of surrender. Surrender is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the acceptance that we are part of a vast and complex universe, and that our efforts to shape it according to our will are ultimately futile. By giving up the need for control, we free ourselves from the chains of anxiety, anger, and frustration. We open ourselves to a more peaceful, accepting, and joyful life. You can use this principle in every aspect of your life. Instead of trying to shape the people you hire, you should accept them as they are, flaws and all. When you put aside the need to control their actions, you will establish a bond based on mutual respect and understanding, and you will become the longed-for party. In business life, you devote yourself to your work with all your heart and soul, but you separate yourself. Success is always yours. You accept that it is not in your hands, but the value of your work is in the effort itself. When your values and purpose align, you realize that personal development is about embracing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. We accept obstacles as inevitable and not as a glimpse into the path of greater resilience and wisdom. It is about active participation in life, choosing to focus on the things we can control within ourselves and surrendering the rest to the flow of the universe. It's about finding peace amidst the chaos, joy in the face of adversity, and meaning in the texture of how life unfolds. It's not an easy path, but it's a rewarding one. It requires courage, discipline, and a willingness to face our deepest fears. So, for a life of authenticity and fulfillment, let's face it, loosen the reins, my friends, and let yourself flow. The serenity of surrender awaits you. 2. The alchemy of loving yourself. Have you ever felt like your worth was decreasing while scrolling through social media? Have you ever felt that disappointment when someone you love didn't meet your expectations and made you question your worth? If so, you are not alone. Constantly receiving external validation of our value through likes, followers, compliments, and approval from others, we live in a world bombarded with messages that happiness is determined outside of ourselves by the temporary highs of social acceptance and the changing winds of other people's opinions. The conditioning of seeking external approval is a siren call that distances us from the true source of our joy and fulfillment. Stoicism, a philosophy that everyone can embrace, regardless of identity, can help us combat this cultural disease, offers a radical antidote, teaching us that our happiness, our value, our essence lies not in the eyes of others but deep within our own souls. It is not something we earn or achieve. It is something we cultivate and nurture through the practice of self-love and personal growth. Imagine for a moment that you are a magnificent diamond buried deep in the ground. Your inner worth is there, whether others see it or not, but by neglecting your own light and seeking validation from external sources, you remain hidden. You are not fulfilling your potential. Stoicism is an archaeologist who reveals the diamond within you. It teaches us to focus on the things we can control, our thoughts, our actions, our values, and to let go of our attachment to the things we cannot control, the opinions and behaviors of others. This cold or it doesn't mean we are complacent, but rather we love ourselves unconditionally, celebrate our strengths, accept our weaknesses, and strive for continuous growth and improvement. We learn to make an effort. Think back to those times when your emotions were dependent on someone else's whims and waiting anxiously for a text message or a phone call. Stoicism gives you back the reins. It empowers you to develop inner peace, resilience, and an unwavering sense of self-worth. You find joy in pursuing your passions, not in the temporary approval of others. You develop your talents. It teaches us to find harmony with our values. This path of self-discovery and self-love is not a lonely path. Instead, it opens us to deeper and more authentic connections with others. Embracing our own uniqueness, not the masks we wear or the roles we play, appreciating us for who we truly are, becomes a source of inspiration and support. So let's embark on this journey of personal transformation together, turning our backs on the empty promises of external validation and embracing the radiant truth of our own being, cultivating a life so rich, so vibrant, so purposeful that the light within us will shine, illuminate our path, and inspire others to do the same. Because the truth is, it is through this alchemy of self-love that we discover a happiness that transcends the temporary pleasures of the outer world and resides eternally within our hearts. 3. Stoic fortress. Imagine your emotions as a vast ocean where waves of joy, sorrow, anger, and fear crash upon the shores of your being. These waves are a natural part of the human experience, but if left unchecked, they can easily capsize our ships and leave us adrift in a sea of chaos. Stoicism is a lighthouse that provides the foundations of wisdom and virtue. It offers a solid fortress where I can take shelter from the storms of life. This fortress is not a fortress of loneliness or suppression of emotions. On the contrary, it is a place where we fully embrace our emotions and dive deep into our heart to understand the currents that drive our feelings and reactions. However, instead of being swept away by these currents, we use their energy to turn them into productive actions and meaningful connections. We learn to channel the Stoics understood that although we cannot always control the external events that happen to us, we have absolute sovereignty over our inner world. This is not a naive denial of reality, but a deep acceptance of agency in the face of adversity. It is the understanding that our happiness and well-being depend not on the changing winds of fortune, but on the development of our inner strength and resilience. This resilience, not a passive state of endurance, but an active state of self-awareness, self-regulation, and it is a practice of mastery. It begins with recognizing our emotions as they arise, without judgment or denial. We then ask ourselves, does this emotion serve me? Does it align with my values? Does it guide me toward a virtuous and fulfilling life? If the answer is no, we gently redirect our attention and choose thoughts and actions that are more conducive to well-being. Rome. Consider the countless challenges that the Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius faced during his reign. Despite the pressures of leadership, betrayals from his friends, and constant threats of war, he maintained his commitment to virtue and reason. He did not deny his emotions, but he did not allow them to dictate his actions. Instead, he turned inward and took solace in the wisdom of philosophy and the practice of mindfulness. We too can follow in his footsteps. We can build our own emotional fortresses brick by brick through daily reflection, meditation, and journaling. We can cultivate gratitude for the good things in our lives, even in the midst of adversity. We can view challenges as opportunities for growth and setbacks as lessons in resilience. We can commit ourselves to living a virtuous and purposeful life. By surrounding ourselves with supportive communities of like-minded individuals who share our values for happiness, we not only become more resilient in the face of life's challenges, but we also deepen our connections with others. When we are no longer dependent on external validation, we can approach relationships with genuine love and compassion without fear of rejection or abandonment. We can support others without expecting anything in return. You will be the one who is always longed for. Philosophy is not a quick fix or a magic formula for happiness that lasts a lifetime. It is a journey of self-discovery and self-improvement, but let's face it, with wisdom and unwavering resilience. 4. The search for a fruitful life. Now let's go back 2,300 years and examine the profound teachings of Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Appius. These ancient philosophers' timeless insights lead us to a life full of development. Usually happiness, or eudaimonia, translated as well-being, is not the temporary pleasure of indulging in temporary desires or the vain search for external approval. It is a state of development. It is a life lived in accordance with our true nature. It is a dance in harmony with the rhythm of the universe. The Stoics taught us that to achieve eudaimonia, we must live our lives with the basic virtues of wisdom and courage. Justice and moderation must be brought into harmony with the accumulation of real wealth and material possessions. It is to recognize that our purpose lies in the development of our society. It is to contribute to the well-being of our societies. It is to foster relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, and to leave the world a better place than we found it. This quest is not a solitary endeavor, but a shared journey. It is a weaving together of threads that each contribute to the vibrant tapestry of a thriving society. By supporting each other, by sharing our wisdom and experiences, we can find strength and resilience in the face of life's challenges. So how do we embark on this journey? We can begin by introspecting and asking ourselves the tough questions. What are my values? What is truly important to me? What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? Our fears and insecurities, our assumptions, challenge us and step out of our comfort zones. Stoicism requires us to navigate this inner terrain. It provides us with a compass to guide us toward a life of meaning and purpose. It teaches us to focus on the things we can control, our thoughts, our actions, our reactions to the world, and to let go of the things we cannot control. It teaches us to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. It teaches us to find meaning in suffering and to be more than we care about. Encourages you to emerge stronger and more resilient. Imagine yourself as a sculptor carving away the rough edges of your being to reveal the natural beauty within you and unleash your potential. With each stroke of the hammer, you shed the layers of social conditioning that hold you back, the limiting beliefs and fears. You begin to see yourself as a masterpiece in development, a worthy work of art. But eudaimonia is not just about personal growth. It is about living in harmony with the earth around us and with all living beings. It's about acknowledging our interconnectedness. It's about cultivating gratitude for the gifts of life. It's about appreciating the beauty of nature and finding joy in the simple pleasures of existence. So embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, my friends, and let's weave our own unique threads into the eudaimonia tapestry. Let's live with courage, with intention, and with a deep respect for the interconnectedness of all life. For we will find our true purpose and we find ultimate satisfaction in this development, in this eudaimonia. As we come to the end of another video, I hope you feel the echoes of this ancient wisdom in your soul. The Stoics were not just theorists, they were warriors of the heart who charted a path towards inner peace and resilience amidst the chaos and uncertainty of life. Their teachings are not the dusty relics of a bygone era. They are our souls. It is the living flame that ignites and illuminates our path. Imagine Stoicism as a lighthouse on a stormy shore, guiding us through the turbulent waters of our emotions and the unpredictable winds of fate. It is a beacon of flux that reminds us of the challenges and the inner strength to choose our response even on the darkest nights. A destination, my friends, where we can break free from the burdens of external validation and embrace the radical freedom of self-acceptance. It is not an ongoing process of growth and transformation, but a daily commitment to the practice of mindfulness, self-reflection, and cultivating virtues as those around us. So I invite you to take these Stoic principles and weave them into the fabric of your own life. Experiment with them, challenge them, make them your own. And remember, you are not alone in this journey. We are a community of seekers united by our shared desire for wisdom, resilience, and a life well lived. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's learn from each other, support each other, and grow together. And if you found this video valuable, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the depths of Stoic wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The great adventure is the journey into oneself. Let Stoic principles guide you on this path and bring you peace and joy with every step you take. And may it bring satisfaction. Until next time, my friends, may your hearts be filled with courage, your minds with wisdom, and your lives with meaning.